My down there was on fire. So guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, a very big welcome to you, and I hope you consider subscribing down below on your way out. And if you're not, thank you so much for tuning in again today. So as you guys can already see by the title, I'm going to be telling you guys a story today. This is my very first story time, and I just thought it was appropriate because, like, if you know me, you know that I like to talk. Like, I can talk from morning to night without getting tired, and I just put in my husband because he has to listen to all my stories. He doesn't really have a choice. But anyways, this is going to be my very first story time. Probably the very first of many, although I really don't have that much stories to tell. But when I do have anything to tell, or if I remember any story I think it's worth telling, I'm going to tell you guys. Anyways, today I'm going to be telling you guys about my birth experience. Like, yeah, about my birth experience. I'm going to tell you guys my birth stories. I'm probably going to try and insert some pictures in here as well. Like, this giving birth was probably like my greatest achievement in life. Like, I feel like what I went, let me just get into the story. So yeah, like I'm just going to tell you guys about the particular day I gave birth and how it felt like giving birth. So yeah, I went into labor like the day before I gave birth. I didn't really know I was actually in labor. Anyways, like, my sister kept telling me, you're in labor, you need to like get yourself to the hospital, because if you wake me up in the middle of the night, I'm not going to take you to the hospital. But like, I didn't even know I was in labor because I was just complaining of some pains. And my long story short, I went to bed, and then all of a sudden the pain became even more unbearable. I was on my bed, I was just shivering and crying. Like, I didn't even go upstairs to call my sister or try calling her on the phone. I was just lying down on the bed crying and shivering. Luckily, I was chatting with my elder sister, another one, before like the labor came full on. So when she asked me what's going on, I'm like, I'm in so much pain, I don't know what to do. So she was the one that actually called my eldest sister that I was currently in her house, and yeah, so she came down to my room. When she came down, I was still crying and just shivering. I don't know where the cold came from. I was just catching cold from God knows where. And you know, she had to come. My mom was there in the next room sleeping, so woke my mom up. We've already packed like my hospital bags and all that stuff for them, because I was almost 38 weeks. I gave birth 37 weeks and 6 days. So just one more day before I turned 38 weeks. So yeah, my sister came down and packed my things and everything, and we drove to the hospital, and she dropped my mom and I there. She had to go back home because her 3 kids were at home with her husband and everything. So yeah, and I was there with my mom. They wheeled me up to my room. Okay, not to my room first of all. They took me to one other room. They had to check some things and do some tests and all those other things. Me, I don't understand. But at that point, I was in so much pain. Like, my pain was just ridiculous. When they checked me at that point, I was already 6 centimeters dilated, and between 6 and 7 or so. I think she said 6.5, and I was just like, when can I get my epidural? I want it now, I need it now. I just kept, you know what, she just kept saying like, you know what, we have to wait for test results to come back, we have to do. I'm like, this English you're speaking down is not my problem, it's not my cup of tea. I just need my epidural right now, because I've known even before that day I was going to get epidural done. Like, I was going to get epidural. Like, I'm not that strong. Like, I don't think I can take the pain of delivery. So I knew I was going to get epidural, which I'm still going to get with my other children. Like, and epidural is just everything. Anyways, later they wheeled me to my room, like the room I gave birth in, and like 30 minutes to 45 minutes later, my test results came out. Everything was clear, so they came and gave me my epidural, like the whole thing. And you guys, after I took this epidural, this was like probably the best feeling I've ever had in my entire life. Like, I felt nothing. Slap me, I probably wouldn't have felt the slap if he had slapped me at that time. Like, I felt entirely nothing. All the pain I was feeling, like nothing was happening again. I was just fine, and I thought that was how life was going to be now. And then they kept checking me, to know how much I'm dilating. And eventually, I got to 9 centimeters, I believe. No, I got to 8 centimeters. And then when they checked the baby, they came in with the story that the baby's my hip bone or whatever is narrow. The baby can't come out naturally. I have to do CSD. One nurse even entered my room and started like pulling my clothes to shave me. I'm like, wait, what are you trying to do? Like, we didn't even have that discussion. You can't just enter my room and start trying to shave me, like, talked about this and I'm okay with it. When she's trying to tell me you don't have a choice, I'm like, no, let me just talk to my doctor. Like, I didn't have CS in my mind. Like, if it was going to be the only option, I would have done it, but like it wasn't, and they just wanted the easy way out. But anyways, my doctor came in and I talked to her, and yeah, she's like, you know what, we're going to watch it till the very last minute. If nothing changes, then we are going to have to use CS. And I remember at this point in time, I had this other friend. Her name is Luda. Hey, I don't know if you're watching, but yeah, I hope you're watching. Anyways, her name is Luda, and she just gave her like a month or two before me, so she was kind of like my pregnancy buddy, or one of my pregnancy buddies. And she's a Catholic like me, I'm Catholic. And she was like kind of like my spiritual person that whole period. I called Lota at this point and I just told her, she sent me some prayers, and my mom was already praying, like calling her church people in Nigeria. Like, it was just, I told my sisters, I just told some people that knew I was in labor at that time. And people were praying and I prayed, and like a few minutes later the doctor came in and checked and everything was fine, thank God so much. And then it was time to push. You guys should know that before this moment I felt no pain. Like, even when the baby's head was crying, when the baby was coming down, I wasn't feeling it anymore. So they really had to check. When the doctor put her hand in there, she could feel the baby's head already almost out. So that was when she told me that it was time to push. And then after setting my whole position, feeling like I'm going to give birth and all that, I tried to push. My first push was I'm trying to find words to explain this pain. Funny enough, like, they were supposed to top up my epidural, because I got epidural around 4 a.m. and I started pushing by 11 in the morning. So my epidural was clearly already wearing off, so I needed to top up, but they didn't top me up on time, and I didn't know I could do it myself. And well, long story short, when I tried pushing, this was like, it was just too painful. I was like, that CS I refused before, let's just do it, because I know I can't go through this pain. Like, the whole point of getting epidural was to avoid feeling all that I'm feeling right now. But then it was obviously like they were not going to use CS to deliver the baby, because I was very fine, and they offered to top up my epidural, or yeah, whatever payments they gave me. They gave me something which helped, but it didn't my body, in fact, it helped, but it just wasn't enough, basically, because I really had to push at that moment, because my baby was really coming out. So I tried pushing, and the kind of pain I felt, like, this wasn't even pain like when someone hits you with something, or when you get hit by a car or whatever. No, this was like fire. It was like my was burning. Like, I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube, but it was like my down there was burning. Like, I felt like someone was burning me and cutting me at the same damn time. It was that painful. It just hurt so bad. And each time I had to push for a number of seconds and rest for a number of seconds, I wasn't screaming. Like, I don't even think I could be verbal at that point. I just was numb. I just was dumb. Like, I couldn't say a word. I was just like oh my goodness, I'm laughing now, but that moment was not funny, guys. Like, the pain was so much. And then after a number of pushes, they were like, you know what, we're not progressing, this baby's head is not still coming out, all this and all that, blah blah blah. And you know, the doctor had to do something, so she went in with what's it called, I can't remember what it's called at this point, but I'm going to put the name down below. It's just something that that helps in dragging the baby's head out. So that had to enter inside there and help the doctor drag the baby's head out. Just imagine the kind of pain I was going through at this point. Like at this point, I just couldn't bear it. My mom was there. The nurses were trying to encourage me, like, they are so nice. The nurses were actually nice. You know, you can do it. It's almost here. Blah blah blah. And then after the nurse tried to use that to just push the baby's head a little bit down, then I had to start pushing. Then at this point, I was caught. Like, I don't even know what was going on that day at this point. I was just trying so hard to push, and eventually the baby came out. My beautiful baby that I've been waiting for. First thought that came into my mind, like, really, he's so fine. I'm sure everybody thinks that baby is fine, but hey, mine is the finest, you know. So yeah, the baby came out, and the magical thing about pain during delivery is that the very moment the baby came out of down there, I felt no single pain, none whatsoever. Like, it was ridiculous. I felt no pain at this point. I don't know if it was my drugs that kicked in or something, but you know what, I really have to, I never even asked my doctor about the pain I felt and all that. I really should, because once the baby came out, I felt no pain at this point. And yeah, they just cleaned the baby, gave me the baby to carry, and at this point I was getting stitched and all that kind of stuff. I was just like taking pictures, taking selfies, trying to like get the doctor, and I was sending pictures already to my mom, my family. My mom was there, yeah, like, yeah, I was just sending pictures to my sisters and my family members, you know, trying to tell people, oh, I'm giving birth, like, I felt so happy to be a mother, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and yeah, you know, spent 2 days in the hospital before going back home and all that and all that. So basically, like, that is my birth story. That is how I went into labor and how I gave birth. For my next child, when that happens, like, I'm going to like make sure that this same scenario does not repeat itself. Like, I don't know what went wrong, why I felt that much pain, because I know that when people use epidural, like, they're not supposed to feel pain, at least not that much. What's her name, Kourtney Kardashian or whatever, actually pulled her baby out herself, because I mean, she was on epidural, she wasn't feeling any pain. So why did I feel that much pain? I really need answers, which I should try and get. But that being said, that is my birth story. I don't know, hope you guys enjoyed the story time. You know, I actually enjoyed just sitting down here and telling you guys a little story. Like, it's my favorite thing to do. Like, I'm even surprised that this is the first time I'm putting up something like this on this channel, but you guys should just expect a lot of different things from me in the future. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up as usual, and subscribe down below if you're not subscribed yet, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.